You're listening to The New Paris. I'm your host, Lindsay Tremuta. Welcome back to the show. You clearly noticed I took a little bit of an extended pause over the holidays and in January to get my bearings. I feel like I put up a valiant fight against the unexpected curveballs and exhausting news cycles of 2024, but mental and physical exhaustion settled in. And the time reading, playing tourist with some visitors, and getting out of town a bit did me some good. For those who might be new here, this is the 9th season of this podcast. I can hardly believe it. I started this as a way to keep the themes of my first book, The New Paris, going and alive, and to speak with people who make the city what it is and are actively involved in shaping what it is becoming with their ideas, their projects, and their spaces. Women are a force, as I tried to emphasize in my second book, The New Parisienne, and have really transformed the discussions on this show over the years. I hear from listeners and readers regularly about the show and what it has meant to them, which makes this project so incredibly fulfilling for me. So, first of all, thank you for that. And some have recently reached out to suggest topics they'd love for me to explore, which I hope to do so this season. I've got a few interviews lined up in the weeks ahead, but I wanted to tell you about something else on the horizon before anyone else. Another book. For more than a year, I've been writing a book on Paris dining and drinking for Eater, the American media outlet that reports the ins and outs of food and dining, and to which I've been a contributor for many, many years. It's quite simply called The Eater Guide to Paris, and it will be released on April 29th wherever English language books are sold. But it's currently available to pre-order, which I highly recommend. If you didn't know, pre-orders actually signal to retailers that people are interested in a book, so they should stock it, and maybe even a lot of copies. And it works this way with any retailer, but especially your local independent bookseller. I'll have loads more to share about the book, but I can already tell you that some of my favorite sections to work on were the longer form deep dives that go beyond the guide portion, especially the history of food and dining culture in Paris, going back to the Middle Ages and how it impacted food around the world. There are also 3 day trip itineraries contributed by a few notable guest stars, my own 24 hours in Paris eating and drinking plan. Of course, that is if you were to go around the clock and not sleep and just continue eating and drinking throughout the night. And commentary from experts on diaspora cuisine and what and how locals are drinking. So if you like this show and you like my other work, I really hope you'll give this some love. I've included a few links in the show notes for you to pre-order today, and I'll be very grateful if you do. So that's all you'll get from me today. I'm going to be back very soon with a new interview episode, but I wanted you to hear it here first. I'm really excited to share this with you. À bientôt, and thank you for listening for so many years.